Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Welcome, brothers and sisters, on another episode of 5 Minutes of Fa'idah. And today we have with us Brother Abu Bakr. Welcome. Good to have you, Sheikh. And in these few brief moments, we want to discuss the concept of seeking Allah's rizq, seeking the sustenance and the provision of Allah. We know in the Quran, Allah tells us that He is Ar-Razaq, that He created us, He gave us sustenance, but He commanded us to seek that sustenance. And He also ordered us to eat from the lawful good things, the tayyibat, that which is pure, that which is lawful, that which is wholesome. And He also ordered us to avoid the khaba'ith, things that are foul and wicked, whether it be riba, whether it be eating your brother's or sister's wealth without their pleasure, doing unfair transactions, so on and so forth. There are several hadith in which the Prophet tells us of the virtue of seeking a living, of going out, whether it's selling something, being a merchant, constructing something, so on and so forth. So Abu Bakr, we want you, inshallah, to expound on, within a couple minutes that we have, the concept of seeking rizq as a Muslim, in the Quran and Sunnah. Some of your experiences as being a merchant, seeking rizq, so on and so forth. What advice can you give us and to the viewers, inshallah?
Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen, salatu wassalamu ala nabiyyina Muhammad wa ala alihi wa sahbihi wa ta'ala. Ba'd. Alhamdulillah, we thank the Prophet Muhammad for being here and the brothers that recording. Alhamdulillah. As far as seeking Allah Jalla subhanahu wa ta'ala rizq as a Muslim, especially in America, alhamdulillah, we have a lot of other stuff that other doesn't have. You can have your own, you can block, you can cancel the riba between you and the customers. As everywhere you go, like big stores, you have to pay taxes. As a Muslim, alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen, that riba they take from the people, you can stop from them from getting that.
So what you're saying, what I'm understanding, is that if you're independent, entrepreneur or whatever, you have your own business as a Muslim, a lot of haram things you can avoid. Is that what you're saying?
Yes. Yeah, that's what I'm saying clearly. Example, the paying taxes.
Okay.
I can avoid any type of taxes that my customer have to pay. I can avoid all of it. I can do business taxes straight up, I don't have to pay nothing.
So if a Muslim, if I'm understanding you correctly, if a Muslim can be independent and seek help of Allah, you're saying you feel that's best?
That's the best. It's the best, the easier, even better for the customer. Matter of fact, as a merchant, my customer love me because of that. Another way. They even respect it because they straight up. They love you because they don't get charged nothing. How much this cost? It's $25. How much this cost? $20. They get $30. No, it's only $25. Simple to the point. It's only this price, and simple as.
Okay, so what difficulties does a Muslim face in the world today, let alone in America, with regards to seeking halal provision of Allah?
Alhamdulillah, it's not easy to start a business or to grow up. But alhamdulillah, ala kulli hal, at the end of the day, as the Muslims, especially in America, working and stuff like that, a lot of stuff we get forced to put on to pay tax and stuff. We get forced to do a lot of stuff.
It's out of your control.
But, and again, it's some stuff that you have your hands on.
Okay, so Abu Bakr, not to cut you off, you're telling me that if a Muslim is forced, if his hand is forced, then there's no sin upon him?
I'm understanding he's forced in the land of the disbelievers.
Okay.
You're forced to do this, you have to do it.
There's no sin on you.
There's no sin because...
But there's some things you're saying that you can avoid.
Yes.
And you can't make an excuse, and you might get sin.
Yes.
So the Muslim has to be conscious of that. A lot of times we over-exaggerate in necessity or hardship. Sometimes it is, like you just said. You have to do certain things. Okay, but certain things, you just go with the flow, in other words.
Yes.
So your advice for a Muslim merchant or somebody that's, seeking Allah's rizq, however he seeks it, is to be careful. He has to be conscious.
Yes.
So, how does he be conscious? What's going to help him? Does knowledge play a part in that?
Tell you the truth, awalan, a Muslim is someone who is smart.
SubhanAllah.
A Muslim is someone who learns. A Muslim is someone who practices the Sunnah. So as far as the Muslim is smart, you learn, you practice Sunnah, you have to know things in business before you do it. Example, Umar ibn Khattab, he used to kick the people who doesn't know the ruling of business in the marketplace. Kick them out of the market.
Wait, hold on. You telling me for me to have a business I have to learn something first?
You have to know the ruling.
I can't just say Bismillah?
You want to go, Bismillah, and just go ahead, and you're going to fall tomorrow somewhere else. And hereafter, Allah may ask you something, a lot of stuff you didn't know. So as far as me, this is business, but it's a way for ibadah again. You can worship Allah as Allah said, you recorded earlier.
Seeking the rizq is an act of worship.
If the back to worship, as long as I'm doing it the proper way, because I'm feeling these.
How do you? So you telling me that without knowledge, there's no proper way?
That's the only way I understand. The only way I can seek my rizq, worship Allah with it, protect my family and those who are under me, to eat something that is halal and stay from the haram, as you said from the beginning. Those things that's good and those things that's haram, stay away from it. For me to do that, I have to learn what is haram, what is halal for me to do that.
So so the Muslim, no matter what he does, whether he's a student overseas, whether he's a merchant in Philadelphia, he has to seek ilm.
Be in China or in Africa, in Senegal or in Mauritania, or wherever you can be. You have to know the usul of the deen. You have to know the usul of buying and selling if you want to be a merchant. That's my
basic stuff. Every Muslim.
The basic stuff. You know, I cannot. Yo, wallahi, this is this and this is fake. I cannot do that. This is haram.
Some Muslims may not even know that's impermissible to do.
You know, but now you see, you have to learn al-Islam from the usul. Merchant, as personal, you know, advice to myself, to my family, to those who want to do it. At least, first and foremost, understand the ruling of business before you get into it. You know, not just the law, or you have to pay tax, if not they're going to raid you for tax evasion. No, Islam has
the Islamic law
in buying and selling.
And that only comes from knowledge. Jazakallah khair, Abu Bakr. Unfortunately, we ran out of time today. Very beneficial advice and information from Brother Abu Bakr. May Allah increase him. Alhamdulillah, there's this store here in Philadelphia. How long have you had this store here?
Going on 4.5 years.
4.5 years?
Yeah, this one.
May Allah increase you and make you better. Hopefully, see you, brothers and sisters, on the next episode of 5 Minutes of Faida. We ask Allah to allow us to learn our religion and to make it easy for us to seek Allah's rizq. Jazakallah khair, Abu Bakr. May Allah bless you and give you more. Ameen.